Hey everybody, happy Thursday. I am going to make this video kind of short as possible. Y'all have not seen me all day today because I'm just out. I am I am not high vibrational today. Okay, I'm a little emotional. Why? I mean, it's a lot going on, y'all, with a lot of people, with everybody. Okay, is going through something. And oh, my arm is killing me too. I don't even know why, really. But look, it was this little boy outside today. Um, okay, he was probably 11 years old, and he was outside by Dollar Tree today on the one at 102nd and Silver Spring. Okay, he asked me for. Look, I was not having a good day before I left to go to Dollar Tree. So I was saying to myself, you know, I was saying to myself, Lord, I'm tired. I've been hurt so much. I'm tired of being hurt. So I'm just not gonna be a good person no more. I'm just gonna not what's gonna protect me is just me changing. So a little bit after that, I went to the store about 30 minutes after I said that. And this little boy, he looked at me and he said, "Ma'am, do you have enough money to bring me something out to eat?" It's kind of soft spoken, and I was just like, "Okay, what do you need? Like, what's going on with you? What do you need?" Then he said, "How about some pizzas?" And I said, "Okay, well." I said, "Look, babe, I don't have like stamps or money or anything like that." I said, "But I'll make sure that I'll bring you something out to eat." And so he says, "Okay, I'll go in there." I went in there and I'm looking around. The store is packed. Dollar Tree is packed with people. And so I had a little asthma attack because of the dust. Long story short, I came back in. He thought I left and was just like, whatever, okay? I don't, yeah, right. So I went back into the store and I looked at the cashier and I said, "Hey, have you seen that child outside that's asking?" I said, "He asked me for some money." I thought it was a girl at first. I said, "She asked me for some money for some food." I said, "So do you know about this child?" I said, "Who's with him?" And she said, "I have not seen anybody." And I turned around and there was some other people around. I said, "Have y'all seen this child outside? Has this child asked y'all for any money?" Because I wanted to help him. I wanted to try to get together and just pretty much get him some food. I didn't know what the situation was, but see, this is how I end up getting hurt. This is how I always end up getting hurt by helping people, and then their families. Somebody won't come and try to hurt me, okay, just because they feel like, oh, she's nice, so let's just go ahead and use her all the way on up till she can't be used no more. So that's the mentality I had, y'all. Bear with me. That's the mentality that I had. That before I left my home. Okay, so they looked at me, everybody in the store that was around me. I said, "Has that child asked y'all for some money?" They said, "No." I don't even know who you like talking about. I said, "The child right outside." She said, "No, ma'am. A child has not asked me for anything." And I told the cashier, I said, "Well, you know what?" To the cashier, I said, "Well, if you see this child," I said, "I think she has glasses on and she has a hoodie on her head, okay, red hoodie." There we go, red hoodie. And I said, when you see her, I said, I'm going to give her this change. I said, look, I came in here just to get me a few things. I said, but I'm going to go ahead and just put some things back, okay? I need some change. I need something to give this child, okay? So she says, I said, and when you see the child, would you please give her a bag of chips or something for me? She said, yeah, I'll do that. So, y'all look, stamps are not back on yet. Kids are out here hungry. They're hungry. So what I did was, I gave him my change. He was so appreciative. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And then it was a lady right there with two other babies. I didn't know what was going on. Look, I didn't know if they was all together. I didn't know what the situation was. All I did know was I did not want to tangle with no whole grown ass woman. Okay, because I already knew what that was gonna be about. Been there, done that. So I went to my car and I put the child did not know what car I was in. So I went over to the side of the store and I watched that baby. I watched this child was at least 11. Yeah, he was 11. He was 11. I talked to him. Okay, so I watched him. He went into the store as soon as I gave him the change. Went to the store. He came out with a bag of food, with some junk food. I said, wow. So he really needed that money for something to eat. I did not know my mentality, okay, at the time. And so I followed him out towards the bus stop to where he moved away from the lady. He had nothing. He was by himself. He was by himself, okay? He was by himself. And I blew the horn, put the window down, and he smiled. He said, "Oh, hi." I said, "Hey, I have something for you." When I got in the car, I remembered, okay, I brought a certain amount of money